Hey, Sean, what kind of tips could we give to people who like to buy their first guitar?
Yeah, it's a really interesting subject, one we tackle here pretty much daily in the shop.
Absolutely, and it's an awesome question, actually.
It really is a really awesome question. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what kind of sound do you want to make?
So we're talking like acoustic or electric guitar?
Precisely. So if the sound of strumming an acoustic by the campfire really appeals to you, this guitar here that's in my lap very comfortably is not going to get you there.
Not so much, no. Okay, so step one, figure out what kind of sounds you like. So you would get that by artists, songs.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you hear some really acoustic-y country songs on the radio you want to strum, that would be a great choice for that. And this is never going to get you there. So really, it's not a matter of you have to start on acoustic and graduate to electric.
Right.
It's not true at all. It's a common misconception.
Yeah, we hear that kind of stuff. Be like saying, okay, you want to downhill ski, you got to do cross country first, or who knows what. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know where it came from, actually.
No, I'd really like to know so we could go back and correct that somehow.
I mean, I almost kind of feel like it's like very old-fashioned people when electric guitars were new, and it's like, oh, no, these newfangled things. No. We got to delay this at all costs.
There could be something to that, but that was 60 years ago.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Let's move on, folks, and get with the times here.
Yeah, so if you like the sound of that instrument, that's the one you should get. You're going to be inspired. You're going to practice. But then the good part is the strings and the notes are the same, right? The chords, all the stuff.
Yeah, if you're learning either one, whatever inspires you, you're also learning the other one as far as where the chord shapes are. Like they're all the same on both instruments. Notes are all in the same place. Physically, electric guitar is a little bit easier on the fingers. The strings are a little bit thinner.
Lower
it doesn't
tension.
have to lower tension. It doesn't have to physically produce the sound because it has an amplifier to lean on for that. So as a result of that, it's a little bit easier to play at first. But again, if that's not the sound you're looking for, you're not going to stick with it.
So really, none of the reasons are as compelling as what you like the sound of.
That's it.
Yeah, and what you can do too, I mean, listen to some more music, or if you happen to shop with us, I mean, you can just pop in the store and we'll happily play the same thing on both guitars or multiple guitars, and you can kind of see what's going to motivate you to learn.
Yeah, that's it. We do that kind of thing all the time here.
Yeah, it's like getting a sample of food.
It's like, you get a little free sample, a little taste, makes you want a little bit more, maybe.
Exactly. Okay. So what could I expect to pay for my first guitar if I want something playable, but I'm not a professional yet?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, professional instruments can be prohibitively expensive. It's certainly not what you're going to start with. I would say typically either electric or acoustic, you'd probably be looking in the $200 to $300 kind of range. Although with an electric, you will need some additional things like an amplifier.
Yeah, what you mean? Let's say $150 would be typical, add in a cable, but then you're about the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
okay.
I would say so. But I mean, certainly challenging to source out, from our point of view, source out good guitars in the lower price ranges.
Yeah, and we do that all the time. And
very thoroughly, absolutely. And anything below 200, we've never found anything that's suitable for someone to learn on. It would be discouraging for them to play, in fact.
And that's an interesting point, right? Because if the action, the fit and finish, the setup of your guitar isn't good, it'd be like trying to learn to drive on a car, but it doesn't actually accelerate. Oh, don't try to reverse. And the turn signal's not there.
And the brakes are hit and miss.
But the radio works.
It goes really loud.
Exactly. So how do I know if I'm left or right-handed?
That's a great question. So what I'll do a lot in the shop is if I'm handing someone a guitar, they're not sure, I hand it to them vertically, and I just see where they naturally go to, right? If they naturally go, oh, this feels natural to me, they're left-handed and they should learn left-handed. These days, there's all kinds of left-handed instruments available, often for the exact same price as their right-handed counterparts.
Yes, you might not have as many options for color or finishes or whatever, but they're available.
Definitely.
So exactly, it'd be the same thing for baseball. I mean, if you want to catch left-handed or right-handed, get the glove and put the time in.
That's it, exactly. And I mean, some people are kind of in the middle of that spectrum. And what I would say to those folks is you should probably learn right-handed, just because if you'll have an easy time going either way, you'll have more options, like you said, color-wise and finish-wise down the road.
Although your significant other down the road may disagree.
This is also true.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks so much, Sean, for helping us kind of get started. But it seems like this conversation, like it often does in the store, is actually leading us to more conversations.
Yeah, and if you have any questions you'd like us to address, please leave a comment and we'll take a look at those.
Well, sounds great. Thanks so much, Sean.
You bet.